Good morning, everyone. Tony Maritato here. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what exactly are the platforms or the softwares you need to start submitting those claims to Medicare, and where can you find it. So basically, we've broken it down to three parts. You need a clearinghouse. A clearinghouse is typically a website where you upload the electronic claim format. It gets cleared by the clearinghouse. And what I mean by that is the clearinghouse checks for accuracy, make sure everything is in the right spot, make sure it's formatted correctly, and then it'll forward that claim to the payer. Now, if you're submitting claims for 10 different payers, what the clearinghouse does is it reviews all those claims, then chops up the file and sends out the appropriate claim to the appropriate payer. The clearinghouse is also a place where if you're receiving the electronic remittance advice, the ERA, those are the electronic payments, payment reports. It'll come into the clearinghouse and then you can download it from the clearinghouse. So the clearinghouse is just kind of this go-between. Now, if you're doing exclusively Medicare billing or predominantly Medicare billing, most clearinghouses, everyone that I can think of, they're going to charge you a fee because CMS, Medicare, is not going to pay the clearinghouse for their service, so you have to. The one that we typically use is Office Ally, but Availity, MDON, there's a bunch of different clearinghouse options out there. I'm not pushing you toward any. I don't have any relationship with any. I use Office Ally. I previously used Availity. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your clearinghouse account, what forms need to be submitted, and give you an idea of the timeline. Now, once you have your clearinghouse chosen, you need to have a way to create an electronic claim file. And so for many, that could be Therabill, Cario, there's a whole bunch of options out there. JNAP now will create an electronic claim that can be submitted directly to Medicare through a clearinghouse. If you're an Office Ally account holder, they have an option called PracticeMate. PracticeMate has HIPAA compliant scheduling, HIPAA compliant email messaging, and it is actually a comprehensive patient accounting software. It's not an EMR. It just allows you to enter in patient charges, create dates of service, receive the ERA, the electronic remittance advice, and auto post those payments, which saves a ton of time. Now, PracticeMate itself is 100% free. If you're billing more than 50% of your claims to federal plans, Office Ally charges $35 per rendering provider per month to submit those claims. So there's a fee with Office Ally as the clearinghouse, but PracticeMate is free. And so once you have your clearinghouse chosen, once you have your patient accounting software, the actual tool that's going to generate the claim, the third component is just how are you going to document. Now, you could continue to use a paper system, paper charts. You could use a HIPAA compliant Gsuites account with a BAA in place. Certainly there's no shortage of off-the-shelf EMRs that you can choose from between WebPT, Kino, PT Everywhere. There's a bunch of them out there. But those are the three legs that you need to stand on when you're submitting claims to Medicare. Now, for the second part of this video, I want to take you into Office Ally if you choose to use them as your clearinghouse and show you exactly which forms you need to have in place to set up your account. Now, you can set up your account before you have your Medicare provider number, your Medicare PTAN, and it just helps kind of keep that momentum, keep the ball rolling. So I'm on the Office Ally homepage, and if you come in here to Resource Center, this is the Office Ally Forms and Manuals. You're going to click on that. And once you get in here, you're going to fill out the authorization sheet. And just to show you what each of these look like, so when I come in here, owner of the account, practice name, you're going to complete that. You're going to read through. This is where it discusses the pricing for their service. You are going to elect a printing option. Now, we don't let Office Ally print and mail any of our paper claims. It was one of those things that we were going to send the notes with them anyway, so it doesn't make sense for us to have Office Ally do it, and then we still have to send over notes separately. Then at the bottom, this is the whole form here. It's a single page. You're going to sign, and acknowledge everything. Then you're going to execute a BAA, a Business Associates Agreement. And so, again, you've got, your information, when your effective date is for this application, not Medicare. You'll read through the terms of service and you'll fill out the information for the covered entity. Now, typically, I have never known anybody who likes their EHR, electronic health record. In the past, we have used their eligibility verification agreement. The problem with this, it's really ineffective for Medicare. They don't give you any useful information for Medicare. If you want to check benefits for a Medicare beneficiary, you're going to use the call-in system, the telephone system, the IVR, or you're going to use the Mac portal. Whomever your Mac is, you're going to get an account in their portal and you're going to use that to check financial threshold, to check utilization, to check on existing claims and processing, and if they're on home health. So I wouldn't worry about eligibility. I wouldn't worry about real-time claim status. I would not worry about eligibility request. The only other one you need is the PracticeMate agreement. Even if you never use PracticeMate, I think this is worth filling out and having available. And so it's a single page. You fill out your information right here. So basically, we're looking at 3 forms that you're going to be filling out: the authorization sheet, the business associate agreement, and the PracticeMate user agreement. Very simple forms. Now, once you have the information filled out and you've created your account, once you have your Medicare PTAN, you are going to come back here and you're going to go to EDI enrollment. And once you come into EDI enrollment, as an example, if you go, whatever your state is, I'm going to use Medicare of Ohio because that's where I'm located. Each one of these, every state, you have to connect your clearinghouse account to your Medicare account and your PTAN. So basically, they give you all the instructions here. They give you the user agreement form you're going to need. They tell you what to fill out, where to fill it out, what numbers to use. Because basically, Office Ally in this case, whatever clearinghouse you're using, they're going to have a submitter ID. They're going to have their customer service phone number. They're going to have their address. It's their information that goes on the application in these sections. So they give you instructions. How do I check the status? How do I enroll to receive ERAs? Electronic remittance advice. Absolutely, I encourage you all to enroll to receive those ERAs. It is going to save you a lot of time. But this is it. And then once you have confirmation that your EDI has been processed and accepted, then you notify Office Ally. They update their system and you're ready to submit your first claim. Now here it doesn't tell me how long it takes for the EDI to be approved, but it's kind of all over the board. Like the EDI in some states is going to take 24 to 48 hours. EDI in other states could be 2 or 3 weeks. So just bear that in mind. The sooner you get this process going, the better. If I was going to give you kind of the full-on summary of, okay, so what exactly do I need? What's my time frame? First thing, and I'm working on a checklist. So once that checklist is done, I'll put it in the show notes, but you need an MPI. You need your personal MPI. If you're going to credential your business, you need a business MPI. You don't have to have a business. You can just go through personal credentialing first to see if you want to do this. But you have your personal MPI, optional your business MPI. You submit your Medicare credentialing forms, the 855I, which is done through PICOS, the CMS 460, which is your opportunity to be par or non-par with Medicare, and your EFT, which is your electronic funds transfer application. I think it's the 588, which is how Medicare is going to pay you directly. You get those applications in through PICOS, they get processed. If you're leasing a facility, you have to include a copy of an executed lease. If you're doing 100% mobile, no office, then you don't have to submit a lease. Once you get your PTAN, you can complete your EDI. Between submitting your Medicare credentialing enrollment and actually receiving your PTAN, you can create your Office Ally and Practice Mate accounts. So those could be sitting there waiting, ready to go. You get your PTAN, you submit your EDI, you get approval, you notify Office Ally, and we're ready to go. And so if you have questions about this process, I'll try to put together a little flow chart for you guys, because I know it's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to see it. But let me know what your questions are. Just remember, you need a clearinghouse. Yes, you can submit claims directly through your Mac portal. The problem with that is it's not an accounting system. It's just a way to get a claim into Medicare electronically. You have no record of the claim. You don't have any way to receive the electronic payment remits, the proof of payment. They're going to be PDF forms you can download, which are pretty much useless to you. And it is a lot of work to enter even just a single claim through the Mac portal. So I highly encourage you to look for a way to create those electronic claims, to handle the patient accounting so that you could apply cash payments, over-the-counter payments, insurance payments, credit card check, whatever you need to do. You're in business. The bottom line is you're in business. You need to run a business. You need to kind of wear that business owner hat in addition to the clinician hat if you're still the one treating patients. So guys, if you like the content, if you like the channel, please subscribe. I want to grow the subscriber base. I want to get you guys the information that you need as you need it, when you need it. So post in the YouTube comments what exactly you need to know. What are your questions? Share your questions with me in the YouTube comments, and I will create a custom video just for you. Guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.